The tax department has been making substantial changes in the Act to cover the compliances of charitable entities and charitable institutions. There were vast changes made in the last financial year, and in the current budget on 1st of February 2023, there are certain amendments being suggested and proposed in the Finance Act, which I would elaborate today. In terms of the amendments, as you are aware, there are two regimes which play. One is the Section 11 and the other is 1023C. Both these regimes, there has been amendments. There have been amendments in terms of the timelines which are required in terms of the registration, but four primary amendments I would like to elaborate. One is in terms of the first amendment, which was about where the application of income was made from the corpus or from the loan. There was an amendment in the financial year last, wherein if the amount is recouped to the corpus or amount is repaid, then only the application of income will be considered. In the current year, the proposed budget and the Finance Act, it proposes that now the limit is only 5 years. Therefore, if an amount is applied from the corpus or by loan, then from the time it is applied, it will be taken as an application of income for the purpose of an expenditure against the income only in the year when it is being repaid, but that time limit is 5 years from the time it is actually being utilized and repaid back. The second amendment is in terms of, in the same lines, that to avoid any double deduction, anything which has been recouped or repaid or utilized prior to 1st of April 2021 will be blocked. Therefore, if the amount was utilized prior to corpus, this amendment which came in last year, so if it was applied from the corpus and claimed as a deduction prior to 1/4/2021, then it will not be considered as an application, even if it is repaid or recouped in the current financial year or a year forward. The third amendment is in terms of the restriction of deduction or application of income when a trust makes a payment or donates an amount to another trust. This is limited now to 85% of the amount, and the 85% of the amount will be taken as an application of income, not against the 100. The next third amendment is in terms of the exit tax, which was introduced. So at any point of time, if a charitable institution is deregistered or does not file the time within the prescribed time, its renewal, then it loses its exemption under the Act under Section 11 or 1023C. And at that point of time, it takes shape of an AOP or any other form which is not charitable or exempt under the regime of charitable institution. At that point of time, the tax will be levied, and the time has been prescribed from the end of the financial year within 14 days. The amount will be at the maximum marginal rate, the differential between the fair market value of the assets minus the liabilities. And the last important amendment is in terms of a benefit which is being provided, because the previously, if an amount was to be accumulated under Section 11(2) or Section 11, which was to be utilized in the subsequent years, then the time period for filing the Form 9A or 10 was 1 month prior to filing of the return, which coincided with the prescribed time for filing of the audit report under 10B. Now, this time period of filing the form for accumulation and the Form 9A or 10 is being pushed back, and it is 2 months prior to the due date of filing of the tax return, by which it gives